But previously, Na'Vi had really great strats for zoning out part of the B bomb site using Molotovs and smokes, and then sort of clearing it out because they knew that they only had to check a few corners because everything else was pretty much on fire.
Yeah.
So
it's an expensive investment, but if it works, you know, you get you the round, so it's all good.
So I'm hoping we can see some of all that stuff, but obviously more than anything, I'm kind of hoping that Na'Vi can put us onto a third map because I don't want to say they deserve to win Inferno, but they put in a lot of work to do that. And you told me 3D Max had just shown up at the venue as well, and they're another team that played some pretty brutal maps on Inferno and very nearly won them.
Yeah, that Titan game, man. The first one especially, when they were at 14-7 or 14-8 or something like that, and then the Apex RPK happened, the CZ happened, but they probably won't like us reminding them of that. They're probably just like, I just came in for a relaxing game to enjoy Na'Vi versus EnVy, but damn, you just reminded us of that. Thanks, guys. But let's talk about this match. Na'Vi did just win the knife round, so they're going to be starting out on the CT side as pistol. We're in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it on your screens, and let's get the action underway.
Yeah, one person happy, making a little bit of noise down towards B, while everyone else is fast headed towards the restrooms. And well, EnVy, even though it's on Inferno, they're still going to be lightning fast here. Just no slowing down. Even jumping and shooting is MBK, and SmithzZ holding all the way in the back line here with USPS. They line up for him. He gets the one, but only the one. And the Happy takes out Guardian. And Edward over at the picnic area to shoot Happy in the back. Finally going to be a headshot and a much-needed one, because now it's just him and flamie left in a 2v3. And flamie goes down, and so does Edward. They die simultaneously, which is good news. No one has to be left to mourn the other one.
And they're not left in that awkward 1v3 situation either. But so, one round to EnVy. The first one, the pistol one, an important one. And it does mean, actually, we're going to see Na'Vi risking it here. We've got SmithzZ going for a scout, a couple of CZs and 5.7s coming out from Na'Vi. So, putting everything into this second round, hoping they can get it. They're trying to stack out. But, of course, EnVy, well, no doubt about it. They've got actually 2 AKs in the second round. So, they're not going for the hype of the SMGs like we've seen TSM doing.
They're starting slow. Like KioShima. Somehow the fact that it's a sort of an ultraviolet Mac 10 makes it even worse. Like, that skin has to be one of the silliest ones for the Mac 10, I feel like.
So Zeus has managed to get that first one, and more importantly, that wasn't AK, so that's a rifle wrestled away from them there that Na'Vi's got. But Kio does come down, clears out connector. Edward and Guardian both dropped, and now it's down to a 3-on-4. Na'Vi stacking out on the A sides here. That is the location that EnVy are going in. This jump in shot. SmithzZ tries to land the opener. Let's get a little tag there. Didn't really get a clean shot that time. He does. He can get another one on. Oh, but instead he went for the same guy. He needed the support. He's going to get it. Zeus and flamie, they get one. flamie, Zeus is still alive. He's got himself the AK. Gets one down to a 1-on-1. Kio doesn't get the bomb planted in time. He's going to have to risk it. He's going to have to hold it. Instead, he's going to push on out there. Doesn't have it in hand. He's going to go for the full rotate. It's going to be a fast foot race, but Zeus is not sure. Zeus thinks he's being fooled into this one, but Kio has gone for it. Now the plant's coming down. Zeus is going to realize it. And, well, 4 hit points and 20 hit points. This is going to be a very tricky one. Kio he's going to stick at sight, so he's not going to go try and find an angle. Oh, he looks away just at the wrong time. Zeus will find him, delicately drops down into pit, and will get himself the defuse. So great eco from Na'Vi. And that was all on Zeus. Zeus picking up that rifle early on worked out in his favor, and he gets himself triple and the defuse.
This is obviously just huge news, and I'm excited that it's Zeus who continues to play this well, because he did so well on Inferno that it's nice to see that. I mean, when we got the camera shots at the end of it, he was looking really upset, Zeus, but now they're looking quite excited.
Big smile on Edward's face there. He was delighted by that one, it seems. So we'll see how it works out, okay? A couple of defuses, and more importantly, those rifles, and a couple of SMGs. EnVy are going to look like send 1 down connector and 4 straight to A.
Going to run into SmithzZ first with the MP7. Actually, Edward waiting right at the edge, gets the double and triple kill with the MP7. Finally going to get taken out, but that might have been too late at this point. Happy shooting at the wall in confusion. And that's a lot of money for Edward.
Yeah, exactly where he wanted to be. And like you said, a lot of money. SMG just rebought the SMG.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just cheeky.
He wants more, but now it makes even more sense, because he knows they just forced up with armor and everything else. He knows they're going to be on armor this time. It's an even better buy this time around than it was last time. So,
but this time they are going the opposite direction. Edward's gone up close, so he's going to get the information very early on because he's gone very aggressive and he's actually coming around the back. flamie's the man that's going to find him. Oh, they line up for him. He gets himself an instant quad. Can he make it the ace? Are they going to try and gift it to him? No needs to. Guardian will get it, but that was a cleanup duty. Yes, it was no armors and pistols, but you're still going to be happy when you get 4 in a row lineup like that.
yeah.
It's like a conga dance coming through the tunnel.
They were all headshots. I don't know what the headshot per second ratio is in flamie in that engagement, but it has to be pretty damn high. That's incredible.
Great stuff. So Na'Vi get themselves settled on the CT side here after picking up the knife. They lost the pistol, but EnVy have given it straight back to them. What we are seeing EnVy on the full rifle by now. Happy has taken out Edward. He went aggressive. That's actually 2 down in connector. Zeus drops as one. Suddenly this is disastrous for Na'Vi, as EnVy have cut them down all across the map. This should be a clean A plan. flamie is the only man there, but he's in position. He did just get a 4K. He's going to have to go one better. It's not going to happen.
Don't know if there's much we can take away from a round like this. I mean, all of Na'Vi's positions were such that there was no chance for a return frag ever. That's the only thing we can really think about here, is that if Na'Vi had set up differently so that once a guy goes down, maybe someone else can pop out and get the return frag, but that doesn't even happen. So we're just in this weird position where they all die one at a time, and that's it. Luckily for Na'Vi, and maybe thanks to the SMGs, they actually have the money for Zeus to go for an auto sniper, for Guardian with the AWP. They have pretty heavy artillery, and they're stacked up heavily towards the A side of the map.
And they're going to try and get down. Zeus does get one with the Scar, gets the second. No, tell a lie, it was Guardian that peeked it away from him. Big investment for Na'Vi on this round, but they've been able to afford it based on those opening 4 rounds at the beginning. shox tries to peek out there, and well, what was all EnVy's way has just quickly been cut down, and Na'Vi find themselves in a very simple position. Happy's the last man. He's going to come around, and flamie will find him. So bit of an odd matchup early on here.
Yeah, what are you supposed to say at this point? Okay, it's a round where EnVy get every single entry frag and win the round. Now Na'Vi win every single early engagement and win the round. Great.
Yeah,
and no one's wiser for it.
Get some deep analysts on that, if you can, yeah. We'll see. Again, Edward, he's the man that goes up forward, goes aggressive, takes a peek around party, gets a little glimpse towards Fountain, got flashed out this time, so he will backtrack with the support of Guardian. So nothing really gained from that one. Now he just got a glimpse of a leg there as he pops into restrooms and checks long A. Nothing to be seen over there. So simple information gathering mission for Edward as he returns back to A side.
And Happy still just controlling outside of B is the only person, and flamie's on the other side, so it's like a permanent battle between those two down there. Well, Edward's going to go into this corner, and if he had C's there, they could boost up like we've seen in the past in this tournament, boosting up and looking in through the tiny windows tiles that are right by the restroom there, but instead, the whole of the EnVy scheme, they're just going down here. flamie needs a way to figure this out so he can call for a teammate. Zeus is coming down there. They need the early information, and in about 5 seconds, it'll be too late.
That's going to be an auto sniper that's down there, though, so Zeus gets in position. If he can get into position at the right time, it could be deadly, but he's not really got a good angle on this one. We'll find one. That's actually the bomb that's going to get knocked out of his hands. But again, like you said, they're all coming in at the right time. Didn't quite have the good angle, but Seeds comes in into sniper, will manage to get them down. Na'Vi on the rotate, holding, preventing this bomb plant coming down. Guardian gets another over on site. And suddenly Happy is all alone, and a very good rotation from Na'Vi in the end. Despite flamie being the only man there, Zeus got in there in time, and the rest of the team quick to react.
Now, if you want to play the blame game, and we do love doing that, unfortunately,
we get the benefit of hindsight, so we can do that.
Now, unfortunately, I missed it, but maybe the stream can help us out with it, or people at home can, if they really want to find who's to blame for that round. Whoever threw the smoke to sniper spot lost in that round, because it was an incomplete smoke. It didn't cover everything, and that meant MBK thought, well, I'm free to put the bomb down, I'll be all right, and he got killed, and so did the next guy in line. Actually, putting down a faulty smoke can be, it can actually be worse than not putting down any at all, because your team is under the sort of false illusion that you're going to be fine, and then you're not. Grenade on down, it's pistols and nothing else here, no armor, and look at this Zeus with the SMG just taking care of business. Finally going to go down, but it's still well worth it here. And now they're turning this around. I thought for sure they were going to lose that last round, but that smoke turned it all around.
Yeah, they've started to build up some pretty good bank as well, along with a hefty score, 6-2. The Scar is no longer in the possession of Zeus. That was lost 2 rounds ago, but still all for Guardian. Look at that, 11K on Guardian.
You know what the ultimate next level would be if it actually turned out that it was Na'Vi themselves that put down the incomplete smoke to sort of suggest to Envy, well, it's smoked up, you know, it's not much to do. I mean, that is a real thing. I haven't seen it ever done in that position, but I encourage people, now I want to see it, but it's done on plenty of other maps where CTs will put down smokes that look like they are a normal smoke, but actually there's a tiny gap, and that's what kills you. shox will get the early frag here, and Edward goes to take a fight with SmithzZ. Grenade is going to rain out as well, and SmithzZ, well, actually, shox going to die. MBK to take down Zeus. SmithzZ is still alive or on long, but only for a moment.
Yeah, only for a brief moment. Edward's been the man that very much does the fact-finding, gets himself around the positions, but he's been cut down. MBK coming through restrooms. It's left Guardian alone on A site while he's waiting for the support of flamie. He's not going to land the opener, but he gets the second. I think that was a no-scope as well. Edward's going to peek around, but MBK is quicker on the draw. And now it's down to flamie. He's coming around the backside. They know exactly where he is. Trying to pop flash himself out there. Won't land the shot on towards MBK. Will the second time of asking. And now, a one-on-one. How many times have we said that in this matchup already? This best-of-3 series. flamie, this time against Happy. We'll see who gets the better. Bomb plant down. Bomb ticking. Happy in perfect position. I think he's just over in blue there, isn't he? He's just covering himself up. flamie's trying to see him, trying to find him. Will scope for the defuse, not going to stick it. Happy's going to peek around, and he's going to get him down, and that will be the 3rd round for Envy. But going back to your smokes, I mean, I'm thinking back to Mirage. The window is the prime example of that. If you don't land that right, there's a little square in the corner, square, triangle, even whichever, little area they can see through. Yeah, it can be killer.
Absolutely. I think actually in that window we've seen CTs put up faulty smokes as well themselves.
Yeah.
Just to be annoying.
Purposely.
But obviously it's a much trickier on Mirage window because they are going to smoke it off anyway. They're not even going to look. But in that position, you might rush into B and think, oh, someone else already put up a smoke. That's great. Ooh. And then they really didn't. Guardian
missing the shot there on Kio. I wanted to land that one. That would have been very helpful for them. flamie has gone down. SmithzZ backs up through the smoke like the Predator, just lurking in and around there. Edward's actually got himself in an interesting position here. He's going to try and flank around the back of them. He's going to get caught out, though, because he wasn't expecting MBK there. He would have been in a perfect position to get around the backside of Kio and shox there, but instead, MBK offering the cover, and that's going to leave Guardian all alone. It's an AWP versus 5. Well, it doesn't matter who's there, because shox is on point right now.
Before they made the changes to that A bomb site, and this would be the point in the game when I would hear myself saying, now it's getting tough for Na'Vi because then we're up to 4 rounds already. It used to be that this was just a CT-sided as Nuke was, like really heavily CT-sided. Since that changed, though, I feel like even if the terrorist side gets up to 6 or 7 rounds, it's still perfectly possible for Na'Vi to win it. So I think this is turning into a fairly even game right now. I don't think anyone is really running away with it horribly, and as long as Na'Vi can keep having really good rounds in here, I think they're going to be all right. I think if Na'Vi get up to 10 in total, then they should be quite excited.
One thing is that Na'Vi might be in a little trouble money-wise if they lose this round. They've been able to... Oh, seized. That was a head dink as well on Edward. Not going to be too grateful for that one. Guardian does get the opener. SmithzZ immediately gets seized down, though. So it was a 1-for-1 trade. Edward's going to flash himself out. Oh, but shox is going to be jumping out there. You can see the damage that was done. Maybe that little team headshot could have been the difference in that exchange. Guardian, SmithzZ peeking. He's all alone right now. He's going to get support. I think it's flamie that's coming up behind them. flamie is going to get in position, gets one down, but Guardian's already been dropped on site, and that's going to give shox the chance to get the plant down. Zeus will get a free shot in the back of Kio. And that's going to draw shox's attention, but now SmithzZ has taken flamie down. Zeus is all alone. Flashed out, 36 health. In this horrible 2-on-1 crossfire position, and he's got good setup from Envy, giving them all the chance. He knows that they're on there, but they have each other's backs, each other's angles completely covered off. And there was only Envy going to come out on top of that.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of confusion early on in that round. Do you think Edward was trying to retreat? Do you think it was like a World War I thing going on? You know, he's in the trenches, and Zeus is the captain.
Oh, I'm not going down that route with Russians.
Don't fall back, just keep going. Fight it. I don't know. That was one of those. It shows you how high strung they are right now. That they're really wired tight to play this game. But obviously a bit of a mistake. Not sure that's all that cost them around. But man, it might have just created a little bit of confusion on the team there. Guardian with a good early kill, second kill in as well. He gets time to reload, going for a third. Oh my lord! Takes down shox as well. They're all getting crunched in by this P250. Wonderful play here from Guardian, going for a fourth one. NBK's ready to take it up, and there's finally going to be a return from Envy, but that is lethal, and flamie coming in to help out. Great play on Guardian. That's beautiful.
What an astounding eco round. They've got themselves the AWP there. flamie's managed to retrieve that. SmithzZ's also rotated. He's got himself an M4. Happy all alone. The bomb completely covered off on A-Long, and just wondering, how did you actually lose 3 people to that pistol there? The in-game leader would be scratching his head at that one, no doubt about it. Na'Vi get themselves around. They really shouldn't have won, but down to pure skill from Guardian.
Not to start anything, Lee, but if he had a Tech9, there would be instantly a new thread up on HLT or on Reddit saying, "Oh God, the Tech9's there." But that was beautiful from Guardian. Really, really well controlled. So much skill put into it. I like it.
If only he had the right skin on that P250.
Exactly. Oh, but look at this. Very aggressive move. Smoke up to cover that he's up there. Great play. That just completely caught off shox. And he's going for a little bit more here. Runs back around and has the grenade out as well. SmithzZ playing very aggressively, and he's getting help from his teammates as well. Guardian and flamie pick up a kill each, and Edward to help out. So nearly a full team effort. 8-5.
I wonder if they were expecting an eco there from Envy. Because the way they pushed up, the way they went aggressive, maybe they were expecting it, but it was rifles nonetheless, and SmithzZ. Like you said, SmithzZ and Edward have been doing this exact same job. Edward was there in backup, and it's been working out well. Na'Vi now 8-5 up in the lead. Starting to build that money back up. And of course, that's forced Envy straight back into the problems.
Yeah, and Envy, if they felt really confident right now, I think they might have tried to save and then eco now and then buy fully up in last round. But in fact, they know that they need more than 5 rounds. They really feel like they have to buy and make this work.
Edward heard all the footsteps going past him there. Zeus will get a grenade. NBK does manage to get one as Edward gets up behind the back of them there. And now they've got both angles to cover off. shox gets taken out by SmithzZ. shox realizes he's got to move. He can't stick around. He gets SmithzZ down. Manages to retrieve his rifle, but Guardian with your will take him down. And Na'Vi now 9-5, getting to that momentum going, getting those rounds picked up, all off the back of Guardian's superior pistol skills.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 kills are just, getting more and more valuable all the time, it seems like. I'm impressed by the fact that everyone on Na'Vi is more or less tied score-wise. There's no one really running away. Lowest is Edward on 9, highest is Guardian and SmithzZ on 12. That's the difference. They're all playing really well.
Yeah, Guardian with the AWP, going aggressive, backed up quickly as well, but these are Tech9s and SmithzZs all running towards him, so pace is what Envy are going to be looking for, but that molly could be vital. SmithzZ, oh, he's going to have to just pop that grenade over the top. It's going to be finding the targets. Yes, he will. Guardian is like a shooting gallery for Na'Vi. And 10-5 now as the eco round is cut down. As that eco is just literally Envy getting anything they could, but 10-5 is a good half for Na'Vi as CT.
It looked to me like Envy came into this first half thinking, if we can get close to the bomb site and be as fast and aggressive as we tend to play T side, Na'Vi won't be able to stop it. Just like on Inferno, we get up close and then we rush, and then we'll just count on being simply better at running and shooting more or less. And that just wasn't the case. Na'Vi were really well prepared for this one. 10-5, I think, is a really reasonable score for them. Second half coming up now. If Na'Vi win this pistol round, I think we're very likely going to a third map.
Yeah, and that third map is Cobblestone, if we were to get it. It's a map that's... We've seen good results from both teams on. Certainly Na'Vi yesterday had a very impressive performance on Cobble versus 3D Max. But back in game, NBK, no game sounds right now. That will be back on your screens in a moment, as NBK will get one, but it gets quickly cut down. And this is a quick push on towards B site.
Yeah, a lot of speed here, and they do still have a smoke. I think they picked that smoke up from the corpse of NBK, in fact, so they could use that to defend with, and they will. Great play right now. And SmithzZ up on a sniper spot, trying to see if he can get down and help out. And he will. Still alive back here. He's finally going to go down. Happy picking up a double kill. Guardian, Tech9 in hand, 1v2. They almost line up for him, but it will be Envy to win the round, which means now they've got a good chance of getting right back into this game. We'll see if Na'Vi, how they're going to use this buy. They are one of the teams that will sometimes go for really early AK armor. So 1 or 2 people buying an AK and then other people buying armor. Actually, yeah, just be 2 AKs if they could do it now. But we've seen them do it in the past, and obviously they want to keep the pressure on Envy. But so far, yeah, there's 1 Galil, 1 AK. So yeah, they're going to do it again.
Okay, let's see how it works out for them. Tech 9s, 5.7s as well also picked up. Meanwhile, SMG's pretty much across the board. MBK going for the Mag 7. Is he going to get up close and personal in the tunnels, I wonder, or is he going to try and flank around? How confident is he feeling with this Mag 7? Keeping my eye on him on the mini-map at the moment. He's just, yeah, he's covering off the tunnels over at B side. Kio, meanwhile, he's the one that's about to get busy in the restrooms. But Na'Vi playing this one a lot slower. They want to use the range of SmithzZ AK, the range that Edward has. And they want a clear path. There's no way they're going to get up close into that smoke when they know there's SMGs in the hands of MB.
Yeah, that would be really dangerous. That's what UMP on flamie picked up here. They spent a lot of time at this round, Na'Vi, in spawn, trying to figure out who should have what weapon. So there's a little bit of confusion going on. But yeah, even a Molotov on flamie as well. Got a lot of equipment to deal with this round. I'm loving what Na'Vi are doing right here. This is something that Envy could be seen doing as well. So they're just trying to fight back in a similar style here. But shox is going to probably pop this flashbang over SmithzZ when he sees someone. And it's going to be a bit of a surprise play. SmithzZ in the corner. They've never seen this before, I think. And he only gets the 1 kill in. And SmithzZ and flamie and Edward, they return. And it's NBK and Happy left, trying to scramble, get to the bomb site quick. Huge return on investment for Na'Vi so far.
Yeah, very good take. Now MBK, with the Mag 7, has to get in there. It's the horrendous stat track version of the fire method as well. Terrible gun, but, well, Happy does get himself 1, but that's about all. He's down to 7 health already. He's going to have to try and risk it, try and get some guns out of the hands. But Guardian, and, well, the investment worked perfectly for Na'Vi there. It was a risky play, no doubt about it, but it was almost caught off. SmithzZ using the lower gun profile of the SMG to hide in that corner and not give himself away, but sadly for them, they just didn't get enough of those openers.
Really well. I mean, a great call from Zeus once again to go for that early buy. Very, very smart. And the meta game for the longest while was obviously involved. You put the bomb down in the pistol, but you lose it. You just eco full, and then you buy in the 3rd round with all AKs. But this has such a big impact on Envy's second half here. Now, you can see they don't even go for counter armor or anything, which actually Envy would normally do. So this is also very confusing. Envy's exactly the sort of team that won't just sort of bend if you push them like that. They'll really try and fight back. So I'm a little bit curious about this. But this is an interesting boost, though.
Yeah, Kio, he took 1 shot and backed straight up. Now, like you say, he's boosted up. Does get a little tag on flamie, but not a great deal of damage done to him. The rest of Na'Vi, 3-man down long. Zeus in restrooms, and actually SmithzZ covering off the back as well, covering off the back angle, expecting shox, who it is, the man around connector, to rotate round there. There's the opener, now they're pushing up towards side. shox still covered off as well. Na'Vi, full control, good take here, and I don't think there's a great deal Envy can do about it. Happy's going to try and come through the smoke and get a little bit of surprise. He will get Zeus down, but yeah, that's about all.
So pretty clean round from Na'Vi overall.
It was a good cover and good take. You know, the fact that SmithzZ held that position, fully expecting someone to come out of there, knew that it was either going to be an MBK or a shox that was going to roam around the back.
Definitely well worth it. And now Envy, well, I guess the reason they didn't buy armor and pistols last time, but just a couple of pistols, is they actually go for all FAMASs. So there's a lot of stuff here that we normally don't see Envy do. They seem like they're sort of improvising on the spot, more or less, and saying, oh, go for 5 FAMASs.
We'll see if it works out. SmithzZ does get himself the opener, but Edward and flamie already cleared out A long, and that's 2 members down. So Envy keeping just the 1 man. Happy all on B. Everybody else has pushed back on towards A site. So Happy looks like he's going to be the man that tries to push forward, but SmithzZ himself is on a bit of a prowl as well, so he's going to squeak through tunnels.
Oh.
Just caught a glimpse of Happy's foot there, I think, going in through the doorway into connector.
Yeah, and they're waiting for him up here. They've got him sandwiched in. Happy doesn't know that he's sandwiched. He's just out looking. SmithzZ coming up from behind to get that kill. Now, well, nobody is covering B. They know it as well. SmithzZ is back here. They've got, look at all the grenades here. They can keep this bomb site locked in forever. There is almost nothing that Envy can do to get back in this round.
MBK tried to push through the smoke. SmithzZ knew there was only one way he was going to be. shox the only man. And remember, this was that FAMAS investment, and this is going to cause problems for EnVy once again. This is going to put them on the back foot and possibly make it a 14-6 for Na'Vi.
It feels very likely. I'm really confused about this fight from them because
I'm still delicate to say after Guardian's pistol in the last game, but you never know. But yeah, this is like you say, this is Na'Vi actually stamping their authority on the game.
Now, impressed by the CIS team at the moment. shox wanting more exit frags, and he's going to get them, which is good, but it's not going to be quite enough, I think, for the EnVy team. I mean, saving the AK is interesting. The rest of his team really still can't buy, and unless they do just try and force up, because it's getting so close now. And yeah, they will. Happy, already buying the armor, and everyone else to follow suit.
Yep, 5-7s. And SmithzZ actually, did somebody buy that for him, or was he able to? I didn't see how much money he had before.
shox had 3,300 at the beginning, so it must have been him.
Yeah, he purchased him through the M4, so they will have 2 rifles. One of them is being put used to being in there, and you can see they're 4-man stacked on the A site, expecting something, but that's what Na'Vi have done for the last few rounds, and seemingly why they're adjusting right now, expecting something peculiar to come from EnVy. They are delicately approaching the sites. flamie going to work his way around along with Kio. Just going to flash himself out there, but flamie's got himself tucked away. flamie should get an easy kill there. Yep, Kio thought he'd bought his time to flash out, but wasn't expecting flamie to be up. Tucked in close, and now actually he's buying time for flamie to get around the back. They know SmithzZ is in restroom. They're going to back off onto site. flamie's still pushing. He's going to be going headlong in towards shox.
Right at the corner, flashbang in, but just a little bit too far back, so actually flamie doesn't get flashed for it, and that also tells him there was someone there, because he knew the flash was coming from somewhere else, but Smith still playing really well. Triple kill in the round for him, and we're into a 2v2 now, 30 seconds left, but now again, this is going to be a factor. There is still another smoke up that Guardian just put up here, and yeah, Happy coming into it. It's really important when you're on the terrace side that you don't just use all the smokes to get into the bomb site, but you save some of them for the after plant. And that's kind of what Na'Vi are up to here, though they won't get the plant down. 15 seconds, and SmithzZ is alone in a very tight spot right now. Tries to see if he can get down and pick the bomb up. 9 seconds, he goes down. SmithzZ with an ace in the round. Absolutely a wonderful way for him to save EnVy. And this, I was about to say this, EnVy, for some reason, every time it's just about to go horribly wrong, when they make these buys, they work, and then they come back in the game.
And you know what? That was shox getting those 3 exit kills, being able to buy the M4, hand it off to SmithzZ,
Yeah.
and give him that chance to do that. And well, and it's sometimes dangerous to chase those guns down.
Here's the boost we were talking about, and actually he got past that M4 up from a teammate, so that's kind of interesting. You know, great opening from SmithzZ. Na'Vi. They could have won Inferno. It was overtime on Inferno for EnVy to win it. And now it looks like Na'Vi are really close to running away with this game.
Peculiar buy round works out for EnVy. Meanwhile, Na'Vi had their own pistol round from Guardian that paid off and picked themselves up about 4 rounds back-to-back from that one. Na'Vi quickly get themselves a couple of kills on the B site. And that's going to open things up. The smoke's going out. SmithzZ is covering off Kio's push. And that's going to be Kio going down. flamie, I think, already got in there. The bomb completely out of play. They're just hunting for kills in this one. The bomb's back in spawn right now. shox is going to get one. He's going to run with his knife straight into Guardian with the AK. So 14-7. Na'Vi get themselves right back in it.
And they have no money left on EnVy. I mean, they might as well try and force up, because otherwise they're fighting for overtime and need to win like 8 rounds in a row for overtime. So I don't mind them buying right here. We've got to take a moment to appreciate. Well, first of all, as our wonderful observers are pointing out, that KioShima hasn't had the best game. But I was going to say SmithzZ has had an amazing game, and he has actually been struggling this tournament. So huge credit to the Russian player for stepping it up so massively in this second map here.
Well, we were talking with Semler the other day. We were on about it when we were covering the Na'Vi games, how SmithzZ seems to have moved almost into the support role. Although, if you listen to Guardian's interview, he says flamie has moved into the same role that Starix did, which was that support. But we've been seeing SmithzZ buying up for other people and gifting those guns across. So maybe, I don't know, there's been some adjustments in Na'Vi. But like you say, it's a good match for him nonetheless. That Molly from flamie, living up to his name, on point. Straight catching out, I think it was SmithzZ comes together. Edward pushing through the smoke, onto site, will catch a glimpse of one, but he will not get SmithzZ down with a Galil instead. Will get dropped by that CZ. flamie is going to push on through site, will get one, gets himself a second. Beautiful flick onto shox there. Kio, well, he's only got 5 frags in the entire game so far, and it's not looking like he's going to be able to get too much from this one. There's 4 members of Na'Vi. Gets one, though. Can that start something rolling for him? He's got the 5-7. No, Na'Vi. You just can't go up against too many rifles like that when you're in a incompromisable position. Incompromisable? That's not a word.
See, I would love to be able to say the word that you're looking for, but I'm blanking too. I'm like, no, I can't do it. Look, it's map point currently for Na'Vi. I've got to say, every single time we've got the camera on flamie, I wish we had it more because, I mean, the in-game camera, I'm just slowly becoming more and more and more of a fan. He is playing with an incredible level of focus. Like, it is really amazing. This wallbang going out from SmithzZ is interesting, and you can shoot through all these wood panels.
We've seen your video, mate. We've seen your shots through wood panels on this map.
He got the kill on MBK, which is unreal. What a way to start off a round as well. SmithzZ shooting down shox, and that's in the pipe. Guardian will get the kill, and now it's down to Happy and SmithzZ, and Happy currently just with the 5-7 in hand, not going to make it work. And Na'Vi on the way to a third map, which will be Cobblestone. SmithzZ is utterly out of position and also alone.
Well, Inferno was close, and what could have been if Na'Vi maybe had taken that overtime, they could have knocked EnVy out of the tournament in the semi-finals. As it is, third map is beckoning as SmithzZ runs rapidly around, clicks himself on all scouts, sorry, to see what he can do with it. He's going to rattle those shots. They know exactly where he is. The problem is, when you're in that position, you're only showing your head to him, and he can't not miss those shots. Gets himself a second, runs down, gets himself a third. Good God, is it possible? Now flamie, all alone in a one-on-one. SmithzZ on a reckless abandon run will go into flamie. Finally, he stopped that crazy attack.